The Best Paper Plane, written by the Asia Foundation. Let's read. Published by the Asia Foundation. Let's read. Illustrated by Yang Lui Chui. Read by Nadya Andjani Namina. Fiha woke up early and looked out the window. Clear blue skies and no wind. It was a beautiful day for flying. Fiha and his friend Akra had been pasting paper airplane designs all week, and they had found the perfect one for today's contest. Fiha quickly changed from his airplane pajamas into his airplane shirt. He jumped over the model airplanes scattered across his room, used his airplane toothbrush to brush his teeth, and flew out to the kitchen. Fiha, slow down, you're eating too fast, his mom warned. Fiha shoveled another spoonful of breakfast into his mouth. But I have to meet Akra at school. I want to get there early to see what the other kids are making. We have to win the contest so we can visit the airport and go in the airplanes. Just slow down, his mother sighed. Remember, Uncle Bori will be there today. Uncle Bori was the reason Fiha loved airplanes so much. He was a pilot and would tell Fiha stories for hours about his adventures in the cockpit and visits to far-off lands. Fiha thought he had the best job in the world. I know, yelled Fiha, as he dashed out the door, leaving behind a mess on the table. Fiha wasn't going to be late. He had to tell Akra it was the perfect day for their super-fast, short-wing, jet paper airplane design. But when Fiha got to the school, Akra had a different idea. Fiha, Akra said, it's the perfect weather for our long-wing super glider design. It will fly the entire length of the field. Definitely not, responded Fiha. We're going with the short-wing jet design. But, Akra started. Anyway, the super glider doesn't look cool, Fiha interrupted. Ugh, you never listen to me, yelled Akra. I quit. Fine, quit, said Fiha as he stormed off. I don't need you anyways. Fiha, a familiar voice called out. Are you okay? Uncle Bori approached Fiha dressed in his crisp pilot's uniform and cap. I was expecting a huge smile on your face. Akra wants to make the glider design instead of the jet, so he just quit, Fiha replied. Now the whole day is ruined. I'll never get to the airport or fly planes. Oh, said Uncle Bori. Well, the first thing a good pilot always needs to do is stay calm. There's a solution to everything. You just need to find it. Fiha took a deep breath. Okay. A pilot also needs to be able to work well in teams, Uncle Bori said. Did you listen to Akra? How do you think he feels? I did interrupt Akra and didn't let him share his ideas, Fiha said. That doesn't feel good. Let's go find Akra, suggested Uncle Bori. Fiha walks over to Akra and apologizes for not listening. He still wants to work with Akra. Akra wants to work with Fiha as well. But how will we decide which plane to use? Fiha asked Uncle Bori. Pilots always need to watch the weather conditions and adjust their plans accordingly, Uncle Bori replied. The bigger wings of the glider will create more lift, said Akra. Remember, we learned that's how airplanes stay in the sky. And since there's no wind today, the bigger wings won't get blown around, added Fiha. Fiha and Akra ran over to the tables to fold their glider. What do you think, Uncle? Fiha asked. Your designs should fly well, started Uncle Bori. But pilots always need to take their time to make sure all of the details are taken care of and done correctly. After examining the plane, Akra spoke up. We should fold the wings more carefully. 10 minutes until the flying starts. An announcement called out. "You've got time," said Uncle Buri. "Stay calm, work together, and pay attention to the details." A few minutes later, Fiha nervously stepped to the throwing line. The other paper airplanes were scattered down the field, way down the field. "Akra, you've got a great throw," Fiha said. "Do you want to fly our plane?" "Yes!" Akra exclaimed. The glider first swooped high, then dropped to the ground, but its long wings caught a little gust of wind, keeping it afloat just above the ground. The crowd roared as the glider kept going and going and going all the way to the end of the field. "That was a great throw," said Fiha. "You did it!" "We did it," replied Akra. "Our design was the best." Fiha and Akra celebrated together. "We get to go to the airport," they shouted together. "And you'll both make great pilots one day," added Uncle Buri.